Hello everyone, welcome back to Sonic and the Sidekicks. This is a 2-day event focused on the Sonic the Hedgehog series and the colorful collection of characters. In this case, we're gonna go with orangish yellow, that is not Sonic the Hedgehog, and we're gonna have Tails joining us, for a harken back to the classic 8-bit games. We just did a bunch of 3D stuff, and now we're coming right back to the 8-bit era with Sonic Chaos on the Sega Master System. I'm joined by Chrezm, who's going to be showing off this run, and it's nice to have another fellow Vroid user here as a VTuber with me. Thank you so much for being here, Chrezm. How are you tonight?
Hello, yeah, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great. I'm having a great time hosting.
Yeah, we've been having some amazing runs. So yeah, welcome to Sonic Chaos. Indeed, I am Chrezm, and I'll be your runner for this segment. And this is Sonic Chaos, the first 8-bit games with Tails as a playable character. And that's who I'm going to be playing today, the orangey, what's the hue you said? Orangey bluey? Is that the hue that you went?
Orangish yellow.
Orangish yellow, okay. Cool. I'll be using the Master System version because the screen is bigger than the Game Gear. There's some slight differences between the two versions, but they are basically the same otherwise. And yes, these are my hands. Hello. Yeah, you'll see me do inputs as I play along. Hopefully, everything goes fine, and I think it looks really cool. But that shouldn't distract you from the fact that this game has some very, very fast gameplay, and you don't want to miss any second of it. So this game, because this game is very short. So time is going to start when I reset. Time is going to start when I select Tails.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, welcome to Sonic Chaos. What can Tails do in this game? Tails can spin dash. Ooh, I missed this spring. Okay, I want to take this spring all the way up. Come on. Oop. Okay, we're already having some... Okay, it's fine. We're all fine. We all do this. Tails can spin dash. Tails can fly. Tails cannot kill it because he doesn't know how to do that just yet. And that's the end of Act 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. This is going to be a recurring theme of this game. The acts are going to be very, very short. And in fact, we can make them even shorter by accelerating the tally at the end of the stage by holding 1 or 2. Okay, now that was Act 1. Act 2, Turquoise Hill 2. So there's going to be there's some small route differences between Sonic and Tails. This is going to be the first one. Tails does not also know how to use a thing called the rocket shoes, so we have to take this bottom route, which looks kind of like this. Ideally, there would have been some rocket shoes, but oh well, it's fine. 2, 3, 4, go. At the end of every stage, you're going to hear me count. That 1, 2, 3, 4, go. That's called an exit dash. I want to make a spin dash at the end of the stage and release it in such a way that the cutscene onto the next stage finishes faster. It saves a few seconds, so I'm going to do that every single stage. But now, the third act, every third act is going to have a boss. The first one you're going to see is the motorbike, which you may recognize from Green Hill 1. And that's it. This is a very simple boss.
Just bullied it.
Yeah, and I nailed it. But you cannot jump onto it. You have to do this roll onto the thing. Tails can fly with his tail. I'm going to feature that later. There's going to be an amazing moment where I showcase the Tails flight ability. But first, Gigalopolis 1, or Gigapolis in the Game Gear version. So, there's another small difference with Sonic. We take the top route because Tails is unfortunately just slow enough. He cannot take a ramp that's at the end of the stage. So we just take this, basically the same lane. There's really not much to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Hopefully, all of my exit dashes are great. And yeah, how are we liking this game, chat? It's very quick. A lot of it, about half of the game is just, about half of the game is core tally, about half of the game is gameplay.
Yeah, I think if you were to learn an 8-bit title that isn't, like, really offbeat, like Tails Adventure or Tails Sky Patrol, which is completely different from, like, your typical 2D Sonic side-scroller, this is a pretty good one to start with, simply because it's very quick, it's very forgiving, and it's very straightforward.
Yeah, indeed. In fact, this is the first speed game that I actually learned from Sonic. Like actual start from and actually do a speedrun, just because it was so easy.
And you've been in the community for a really long time.
Yeah, I've been at least in the official speedrunning Discord or servers since 2017, although I've been playing Sonic for over 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the second boss. You may recognize this from a little game called Sonic Mania. Is this familiar at all from Mirage Saloon and Knuckles? Yeah, this is inspiration for it.
Yeah, that is a really cool reference. It also ends up appearing in Mirage Saloon as like the boss that jumps over the tornado in Act 1, but you do fight him more in this form as Knuckles.
Indeed. That's the nice reference that they have. So we're done with that. Oh, I missed this jump. I'm gonna take a quick death. I'm gonna try again because I cannot take this bottom route. There's another route difference. So let's try that again. There we go. I want to take the springs up this top path. These tails cannot take rocket shoes that would exist normally. But it doesn't really matter. The route is the same length. It's all very short. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. It's all very short. But yeah, here's going to be the first actual major difference. In the Sonic route, you typically collect 100 rings to enter a special stage. That's how you get Chaos Emeralds. Tails cannot do that. And the reason why this is actually relevant, okay, I'm gonna take a quick breath again, is because sometimes it's actually faster for you to go to a special stage, exit out, and then proceed to the next stage, rather than actually play, okay. I'm trying to speak while I'm talking, and that's not gonna be fine. Okay, let's try that again.
It's alright, we got this.
We got this. It's a little bit of a niche route.
Yeah, I remember Sleeping Egg 2 being a little tricky just landing on the spring here. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. This is what I'm talking about. It's a little bit tricky because there's this thing called lag.
Oh, and on the Master System and the Game Gear both, they love eating inputs, and they love lagging.
Yeah, they love eating inputs, they love lagging. In fact, I jump in this game with the two buttons that exist in the Master System controller, as opposed to just one, just so that I have a better chance of getting my inputs registered, which is probably the funniest strategy that exists in this entire game.
I've known like Genesis classic runners will sometimes jump with all 3 buttons just to make sure that their input doesn't get dropped, but that's much less common on the Sega Genesis than it is here on the Master System or the Game Gear.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, that's why you'll hear me potentially use 2 buttons. I don't know how loud that actually sounds. But yeah, we're already halfway through the game. This is very fast, I think.
Yeah, Tails has passed through half the game, and we're in Mecha Green Hill Zone next. Which is a kind of cool take on the typical Green Hill, obligatory Green Hill level.
Yeah, every Sonic game has to have a Green Hill, so they decided, hey, let's just make it mecha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to provide some variety. But yeah, it's still the same idea. It's a Green Hill stage, but it's halfway through the game because why not? And Mecha Green Hill 2. Still the same idea. Wanna land on this. Oops. I'm doing every single mistake. Come on. We good?
Oh, for clarification with the Genesis runners who will use all 3 buttons to do a jump input, it's less so that drops, it's less to avoid input drops than it is to get precise jump timing like on first or second frame possible. But here, you using buttons 1 and 2 is just so that the jump happens to begin with.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want the jump to actually happen. Because sometimes if I don't get the jump, it is very, very, very punishing. So yeah, another boss fight. And this is hopefully an easy one. You're just gonna see if I land it. It's just this. That's it. I just want to land on its head and just stay there. And I do nothing. I'm doing nothing. Look, Mom, no hands. Oh. It's fine. Yeah, this is probably the easiest one. You just need to land on its head and then do nothing. Just don't move, and you're good.
Like, these bosses are slightly less of a pushover than Sonic Triple Trouble, which we saw earlier tonight. It's still very funny to just watch a boss like that. It's like, hey, if you could just get on top of it, you don't have to do anything. Just stop moving.
Speaking of lag frames, this is a water stage. There's water. I do not want to fall in the water. Because otherwise, I'm going to spend about 10 minutes in the water. And that's not an exaggeration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. I just want to stay on the top route, and the game doesn't lag as much, but it still struggles. It struggles a lot. This is one of those stages where I definitely need the 2 jump buttons, just so that I get a better chance of not dropping a jump. Because I absolutely do not want to fall in the water. The falling here is fine, it's not the water. There's also one of those stages where in the Sonic route, you actually take 100 rings and go to a special stage just because we don't want to deal with the lag.
I don't blame you at all.
We don't want to deal with the lag, and it's also fast. But yeah, we really don't want to deal with the lag. Tails cannot enter a special stage because canonically, Sonic's already played through. He's already collected every Chaos Emerald. So Tails is just chilling. Tails is just flying about. Although you haven't seen him fly just yet, but you're gonna see him in just a moment. Yeah. Another boss fight. This has 3 stages. There's penguins. I want to destroy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all of them. Oop. Now I want to get hits on this guy and also bounce against the left edge of the screen. Okay, I can just do this instead. Or I can just get some bounce hits, just like that. It's also fun. Both of them are fun. Now dodge the rockets, because the penguins are now rockets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just get a hit. That's it. And that's it. That's Aqua Planet. That's the lag zone done. We're done with the lag. Yay! Everyone in chat cheer because we're done with the lag. And we're now into the final stage, or the final zone. Electric Egg 1. It's already been so fast. We've made it to
the obligatory tube zone.
Tube zone!
I was wondering when the tubes were coming.
Here's the tubes. Fortunately, they're not as bad as Sonic 2. But you can
Sonic 2 is pretty egregious.
Yeah, in this case, it's less of a maze. You just need to remember to push the direction you want to go. And I have that kind of memorized. Okay, coming up, the fly strategy. Everyone, pay close attention to my screen right now. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. That's it. That's the entire fly strategy in Sonic Chaos' Tales. We use the fly ability to go onto the spring, and that's it. And the whole reason for that is because we want to save the amount of time that it takes for me to land from a jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. So typically a jump goes like this. So there's some extra time that I have to wait for me to land on the spring. So instead we can just fly onto the spring. We don't actually use the fly ability at all in this game because it's super slow. And that's it.
You have to do it from a standstill, right?
Yeah, we're on a standstill, then it's very slow. We lose all momentum. Yeah, and okay, final boss. This was very quick. We have 3 phases. The garbage can is the first phase. We just want to land, keep staying on its left side while getting hits. We're gonna get 16 hits, just like this. Okay, now comes the most critical part of this entire thing, where if I mess up, I have to start over. Because if I take a hit now, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, Eggman goes into this kamikaze attack where if you get...
Yeah. Time's coming up. And that's it. Time. That's it. That's the entire game. Sorry for interrupting you. But yeah, that's it. This game's over.
Wow, that was a very, very fast run. Like, we had a 22-minute estimate in case of, like, game crashes or anything like that, or things going very wrong. You finished in less than 13 minutes, which is absurd.
Absolutely, yeah. In fact, I was telling Amber just before we started that for the first time in 5 years, I got a game crash at the end of a zone, which is like, I didn't see that happen in over 5 years. And it happened in a practice run today, like about an hour before we started. And I was very nervous that it would happen again. Because it didn't happen until right now, but yeah.
At least we didn't get our "that's never happened before" moment here on the actual live run.
It would have been hilarious, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Or fortunately, I guess we didn't want to get interrupted because we didn't want to lose focus on this amazing gameplay very fast. But yeah, indeed,
also,
this game... Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say also, like, I just can't believe we're, like, almost just about, like, 10 minutes under estimate. That is incredible how fast this game goes.
Yeah, well, I'm doing my part in helping keep the schedule on time. Yeah, indeed, this game is very short. It's very fast, and as Amber mentioned, it's probably the easiest game of all of the classic Sonics to learn. And I'm very happy to help anyone that's remotely interested in any sort of speedrunning at all for this game, either on the Sonic side, or the Tails side, or all Emeralds, or whatever you want to do with this game, because this is my introduction to the entire Sonic speedrunning community formally, because before that it was just me watching YouTube videos and not knowing that, OMG, some people are actually discussing and talking about speedruns in a dedicated place. Wow, I didn't know that, and this was my introduction to this. So this has a very soft spot in my heart, and I'm very happy that I could get to show it to you.
It was really cool to have you submit it. When we saw the submission come through, I was like, Chrezm submitted? Because I know you mostly as someone who helps with, like, a lot of the more technical side of things. Like, if I'm not mistaken, you're the reason we have a practice mod for Sonic 3D Blast.
Indeed, I made a ROM, we have a practice ROM now for Sonic 3D Blast. It helps runners have the in-game timer appear on the screen so that everyone can practice along. I've also been involved heavily in Sonic 3 Knuckles, and you probably heard some stuff going about, probably yesterday, about some massive improvements in the category. I can't wait to show how that looks like at the end. But it's so new that we don't even know what that's going to look like when we're done. So, it's amazing.
Huge movements happening in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, thanks to the Wrong Warp discovery. But do you have any shout-outs that you'd like to make? Anything else you'd like to plug before we go to our next break for our next run?
I have to give some shout-outs. Thank you, Because Pancakes and Brad, for introducing me to this game. They are the actual people that actually motivated me the most to actually get started. Shout-outs to basically the entire Classic Sonic speedrunning community for making me feel welcome and with everything that I've been doing so far. I also have invited some friends over from the auto. Hello, if you're still watching, or if you're watching from the bot, hello. Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. And
thank you so much for doing this run. I had a great time watching this. You were very, very good at this, and also fantastic commentary as well, Chrezm. Just stick around, everyone. Coming up next, we're going back into 3D land, where we're going to Super Monkey Ball. Hold on, is that a typo on the schedule? No, it's not. Banana Blitz Mania actually allows Tails to be playable, and we've got Snowball SMB, and she's going to be going through all the goals of Worlds 1 through 3 as Tails in a absolute breakneck pace. Super Monkey Ball runs are incredible. Snowball is fantastic at them. And just a reminder to everyone that if you're watching this on YouTube, press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you missed out on any of our shows or events, check out the VODs on YouTube if you're here on Twitch. So go to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick, check out the rest of our VODs, check out our hotfix, our past events, anything you want to see on Games Done Quick, it all lives on YouTube as well. So we'll be right back in about 5 or so minutes with Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz Mania.